be one of those nights where I kind of cry rather than do my reading. But welcome. We're going to get right to it. We're doing two parts, the kids class and the teen class. And I'm so happy everyone is here. This is amazing. And I really didn't, I know I did a lot, but you guys made it happen. It was inspired through these kids, through what you just saw on the screen, and through the people in the audience, and all of you people here who came and were part of my life. It kind of just sort of poured through onto the page, and I hope you enjoy it. All right, so here are the actors that are reading with us. Emmett Carnahan. Come on up. Oh, I need a set of keys if anyone has one. I forgot them. Kayla Muncie. Gabriella Jones. Mr. Henry Camp. Alex Goodale. Garrett Gallegos. And Andrew Schaefer. Without a script.
A Young Actor Prepares by Jeff Allen Lee. Setting. Setting, the Young Actors Studio. Time, from the first day of acting class for kids ages 9 to 12 to the end of the semester.
How many people have acted before? Daniel?
I was Superman when I was 5 here at the studio in the Younger Kids class, and I was Grumpy in my school production of Snow White.
Cool. Grumpy is a fun part. My name's Grumpy and I don't clean kitchens. You are a wonderful Superman, by the way.
Thank you.
Who else has acted before? Yeah, Brandy.
I did 2 commercials for Oreo cookies, and I was on Dog with a Blog.
That's wonderful. One of our students is the lead girl in that show. She's very talented, and she studied in this class. Her name is G. Emilius.
Wow, that's so cool.
It sure is. All right, but remember, you all have what it takes. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Who here has never acted? Good. That means you'll be wonderful. Do you know why?
Why?
Because you haven't been taught to stand on the spot and cry on this line. You'll be natural. Many acting studios for young people, they try to mold you into what they think casting directors want. And I have found that very often casting directors want you. They want you to be you, which leads me to this. They don't want everyone else. They want you. Some of you will become actors on TV, on film, and Broadway, my personal favorites. Some will become great screenwriters, musicians, business owners, playwrights, rock stars, and chefs. All of my students have done these things, and you can too. Acting is about being yourself and discovering what makes you special. That is what you bring to the role. It is the one thing that only you can do, and once that is discovered, there's no stopping you. Acting is in the human spirit, and the human spirit is in the core of every art form. Well, it'll become clearer as we work. Okay, everyone on stage, get in a circle or a semicircle. Now I want you to, for now, to simply listen to the music and be still. Maestro? Okay. Let the music put you in a mood. Don't worry about acting or anything else, because for now we're just standing and listening and allowing the music to affect us. Scary. All right, now we're gonna stretch a bit, because we have to become strong, ready to play any part. You may be running away from a dinosaur in Jurassic Park, or playing a super kid or a Superman. An actor needs a strong body, so stretch it out. Right arm on the shoe and left arm to the ceiling. Go! Left arm, right arm to the shoe, and the other arm to the ceiling. You're You're not even old. All right, everybody. At the end of this, we're going to just move around. Let the music kind of affect you. Don't even think. Who cares what people think? Walk. Just be crazy and free. Okay, now, just be nuts. Lose your head. All right, everybody, at the end of the song, just fall down dead. Fall down dead. Ready? Go! Go! Ah! Woo! Oh, my God. Oh. Woo! Chloe.
Why are we doing this?
I don't know. Who can answer this? Daniel.
So we learned to dance!
Yeah. No, not quite. Why are we jumping around and being crazy?
To be free?
Yes! That's right.
It is?
Well, yeah. We're trying to turn off the critical mind, the mind that judges how we move and come across. The music is the play, which moves you guys to do certain things without controlling them. We'll talk more about that later. But first, I want to do the first exercise, okay? So this is called the name exercise. This is the very first day of class. It's very scary. And it's a very special day because it's new and no one really knows what to expect. It can be very scary on the first day. The first day of class is like the first day of a rehearsal on a play, or it's like being a guest on a famous TV show where you're the only person that they don't know. It can make you feel nervous. Who here has stage fright? Do you know what that means?
No.
You have talent.
I have stage fright too. Me too.
Ah, very good. For an actor, negative emotions aren't a bad thing. We're emotional people. We're sensitive people. And that's what makes us great actors. Catherine, in this next exercise, this will show you that you're very talented. In the name exercise, you'll go to the center of the circle and allow the feeling of being watched to affect you. Then just say your name with a gesture. And a gesture is just a movement that expresses how you feel. It can be simple, small, or huge. Like in the dancing warm-up where we just allowed ourselves to, do whatever we were feeling. So standing in the middle of the circle can make you feel nervous because it feels like you're being watched or judged. If you're shy, perhaps you'll do a small gesture and say your name quietly. If you're anxious, you might jump around and scream your name. And after you do this, then the entire class will copy what you just did. And to be a good sport, I'll go first, as long as they don't fall over. So you go to the center, right? Jeff, forgot the gesture.
Jeff.
Right. Acting is exactly that. There are your feelings and the characters or the observances of what you just did. You all did your own version of Jeff, and it was great. Annabella, you're next.
Annabella, hiya!
Catherine?
I can't.
You're no Catherine. You're doing wonderful. Just allow yourself to be where you are. And you just did. You have great feelings. Don't worry about the feelings. Just go to the center really, really easily. And just stand there for a moment, for a second. And allow yourself to feel, I can't. And then just simply do a gesture and say your name. Those feelings are talent, believe me.
Catherine.
Catherine.
You must know how wonderful that was.
No.
No? Acting isn't about just being goofy and silly and playing happy parts. It's about all the emotions. Who says being angry and sad and crying aren't interesting and fascinating? You see great actors cry and get upset all the time in the movies. You are one of them. That was great. It takes a lot of guts to allow yourself to feel negative feelings on stage. Wow. Well done. Class? Daniel, you're next. Okay.
Jonathan.
That was great. Each of you guys brings something wonderful to the stage. Simply allow that to just shine through. Remember, there really isn't any competition as an actor because we're all so different. And no one else can do what Annabella can do or Meryl Streep. You are your own thing. Be proud of it. Okay, here's the question of the day. What makes someone emotional? Jonathan.
Sadness.
Nope, that's emotion. That is the emotion. What else?
When something happens to you.
Right. When something happens to you, in every scene, there's something that happens to you that makes you want something, right? Right? Anyone remember?
Yes.
Yes. Good. Okay, I'm glad the students who are returning know about this. Okay, it's very important for an actor. If you feel like the scene isn't where it should be, always ask yourself, what do I want from that person? What do I want? As soon as you do that, real life starts to happen. And what do we want our acting to be? Real, you betcha. Well done. Okay. So, while you guys were warming up with the theater game, I hit a $100 bill somewhere in the audience and on the stage, actually in the theater on the stage. It's a brand new Ben Franklin $100 bill. If you find it, and I hope you don't, you can keep it. Okay? Ready? And go.
You didn't hide it, did you?
Of course I did. Of course I did.
Oh, I found it! No, it's just lint.
Oh, yeah. I see the cleaners didn't really do a good job of cleaning. Keep looking. If you find a $100 bill, just imagine you could go to Disneyland. Disneyland. Yep. All right, kids, 1 minute to go. 1 minute. And find the money, and it's off to Disneyland right after class. Daniel, maybe you're getting warmer.
Daniel's getting colder. The teacher says this to lure the class away from the $100 bill. While the class runs towards Daniel, the teacher runs towards his $100 bill.
And time's up. Oh, well, nobody got it this time, but, here it was, right? Here. Ta-da!
You mean it was real?
Yep. And it's mine. All mine.
That's not fair.
Okay, I know, but I don't want to lose my money. But I would have given it to you if you found it. Okay. All right, back to acting. All right, Brandy, what were you?
Come on!
Okay,
He said Daniel was getting warm and he wasn't.
Well, I know. Well, I know. It's all right. I know, but I didn't want to lose my money. Brandy, what were you feeling about the money when I told you that if you found it, you could keep it?
Happy.
Happy, good.
Excited.
Yes, excellent. Daniel, what about you? What happened when you got nearer to the $100 bill?
I got so excited. I thought I was going to get the money, and then because you said Disneyland, I was going to invite my mom and my dad and my uncle. And
What did you feel when you didn't get the money?
Mad.
Yeah.
Angry.
Yes.
I was a little sad.
I was mad because you lied to me.
Why did you feel all those things?
Because of you.
No! What else? What about the money?
We wanted it.
Right! When you go for what you want and forget about what you're feeling, your acting becomes great and you start feeling without thinking of trying to feel. Isn't that cool? Whew! So, yes, now, let me introduce to you an improvisation called Sneaking the Keys. In this improvisation, I will play a mean father who's fallen asleep in the easy chair. I placed a large set of keys on the table, and I'm house sitting at the neighbor's house. You want to get the keys and go have a party next door. Who wants to give this a try? Brandy. Okay, Brandy, you go up there and make your entrance through the upstage center door. And I'll take a nap. there? Jeez. What? Great. That was really good emotion. It scared me too. How did you get such real emotion there?
Scared me?
Yeah.
You yelled?
No, nonsense. Now if I yell at you, you won't be scared. Ah, who's there? See? No. Do you see? You did great, actually. Do you know why?
Nope.
Sure you do. You were so focused on picking up the keys that the emotion flew out of you. You weren't thinking about the emotion. You were only thinking about getting the keys to go to the party. The reactions came out organically, just like they would in life. You could hear a pin drop. And all you were doing is focusing on picking up the keys and what you were doing. What were you thinking when you picked up the keys?
Well, I was scared to wake you. I didn't want to get caught. I was worried that the noise would disturb you, and I was trying to make sure that you were asleep.
Excellent. So, when you're concentrating on your want, real thoughts start to happen, like, ooh, the floor is squeaking, and, oh, did he wake? Oh, that's great. If I get to the table, the big key might clang, and that's all real things. They're your inner thoughts, or inner monologue, as I call them, and they put you right in real life. The audience sees this every day, and when you achieve it on stage, they're immediately glued to you. Well done, Brandy. So, now we're going to take the improv. Okay, let's do it a little further now. The second time I wake up and I'll scream, you'll scream in terror, try to get me back to sleep. So your goal is still to get to the party, but now your through line or your want becomes to get me back to sleep so you can go to the party. The main thing is just don't try to come up with anything clever or feel like you might have correct answers. It's just acting is about being truthful. All you do is ask yourself, how can I get him back to sleep so that I can escape? Then try it and see if it works. You simply try different tactics to win what you want. So let's try a little bit with the scene.
Oh, sorry. I thought I heard something outside. I thought it was a prowler or something.
Oh
Just
no,
went to sleep.
is someone out there?
No, I'm sorry. Don't worry, Dad. Just go back to sleep, okay? It's fine. It's
Okay,
fine.
okay.
How with the neighbor's dog? I'm sorry to wake you.
Oh, it's Sparky? That dog drives me nuts. God. Oh, I'm gonna sleep out here because Mom's mad at me.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, good night. I'm sorry. I thought I saw a bug on the table.
A bug! Ah!
I tried to kill
Oh
it.
God, I hate those things. We have to call the exterminator tomorrow. You can't eat in the living room anymore, Brandy. We've been over this. You leave crumbs, and crumbs
saw
make
a bug on the
roaches.
table, okay?
Okay. Go to sleep. Are you up to something?
No, not at all.
Good.
Not at all.
Go to sleep. Gotcha! Wonderful. Well done. Okay. Woo! All right. Well done. Okay, so let's try this with have more fun in a group. Who wants to be in it? Okay. So let's have Jonathan and Annabella playing siblings. I'll play the parent again who's watching the neighbor's kids, played by Catherine and Daniel. Kath and Daniel, you want to sneak out with Jonathan. And Annabella and Catherine, you want to grab the keys from the table, have a big party back at your house, and sneak back late with the keys without me ever finding out. You can speak normally when you're in the bedrooms, but as soon as the doors open, you have to try and not make a smidgen of the sound. So you can use like that part as the door frame and prop it between the two rooms. But don't make a sound once the door is open. Got it? Okay, up on stage.
Let's make a plan. Annabella, you go first and take the keys. Your dad's favorite. Okay? He'll never get mad at you. Take a blanket so you can quietly pick them up.
Oh, I can't. I'm too scared.
I'm scared. Look, I'm bored out of my mind. It's 8 p.m. on a Saturday night, and we're stuck here like sardines.
I'm not doing it.
Come on, it'll be okay. I'll go with you, okay? It'll be fine.
Yeah, let's do it. We've got pizza at our house. We can all have some. Plus, we can invite some friends.
Yeah, don't worry. All for one. Let's go.
What are you doing?
I had a bad dream.
All of you?
No, 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 sir. Good sir. No, she was crying, and we were worried about her. See? Crying.
Oh, I'm sorry, Catherine. Oh, go, sweetheart. Go get a glass of water and go back to sleep. Good night.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
What are you doing?
Sleepwalking.
Oh, yeah.
No, we were just following Chloe, so she doesn't hurt herself.
Yeah, that's it, Dad. Go back to sleep.
You guys were trying to sneak out. I'll give you one last chance. What were you doing? Get in your beds now! Good. Thank you. Well done. All right. Woo! Ah, that was wonderful. There was so much great acting that you probably weren't even aware of it. Jonathan, you were brave, and you were the leader. Daniel, you tried to lighten the situation with humor, and some of you tried to look innocent. Well, none of this was conscious. You were simply focused on what?
The key.
Which is?
The one.
That's right. Okay, good. That's good.
That was fun.
I know. Okay. Plus, you all were fantastic. Did anyone have stage fright? Anyone frightened? Chloe?
We were out in it. It was great.
Everybody, I just want you to remember that. Play the want. Now, chapter 2. This is the name of this exercise is called Sit in the Chair. Who wants to go first? Sophia. All right. You don't know what you're getting yourself into. There you are. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, live from the Young Actors Studio in Los Angeles, Sophia, sitting in a chair.
Well, here I am, sitting in a chair. Yeah.
Sing the song if you like.
Okay, hey now, you're a rock star. Get your game on, get paid, and all that glitters is gold.
So funny.
I don't know.
Let it happen. And just relax your body, let your hands fall to your sides, relax your feet, let your spine sink into the back of the chair and breathe deeply. Take 3 deep breaths, make eye contact with everyone in the audience. And then going, let yourself laugh. Excellent. Here's the scene. You just got cast in a movie to star in with Tom Hanks. Without thinking, I want you to jump in and go, yes, I got it, I got the part, yes, I got the part.
Yes, I got the part! I got the part!
Excellent, thank you. You see? So were you nervous, Sophia?
I don't know. I don't know why I was laughing.
Because acting's intense. Getting up in front of people, auditioning, being judged is scary. We're always trying to please people, and it can make you feel very closed off. That said, when you relax, it changed into a release, and you just made it the joy of getting the part. Well done. Who's next? Jonathan?
I guess so.
Okay. Let's see, where were we? So, now relax your body. Make contact, eye contact with everyone in the theater by staring into their eyes. Relax your jaw. And what are you feeling?
Nervous. Really silly.
Okay, now just relax and make contact with everyone by staring in their eyes. And I'm going to give you 2 scenes, one that uses your nerves and the others that is an actual activity that you will do which will make your nerves disappear. Ready? This is cool.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the scene. You're in a hospital's waiting room. Your grandfather had a heart attack and they don't know whether he will live. They're operating on him right now. Just breathe in 3 deep breaths and just relax your body by trying to be still and focused. If you have a grandparent or someone you love, imagine it's them, okay? Catherine will come on and get in front of you or next to you, and she'll play your sister. Just be there for him, okay? Okay, so Jonathan, the line you say to Catherine is, they don't know whether he will live. I'm so scared. Now, I don't want you to think about the scene or what to do or how it should go. I just want you to very easily look at Catherine, say the line to her relaxed. Okay? And action.
They don't know whether he will live. I'm so scared.
I know. I'm sorry. I'll be there for you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Yes. Okay. You just did a 1-hour episode show on television. Well done. Okay, we're going to do another scene. How are you feeling?
Happy.
Good. Whoops. Good one, Andrew. All right, a little... Now we're all feeling happy. All right, a little less nervous?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, so take a second, relax, and make eye contact with everyone in the theater. Relax your body. Breathe deeply as you do. Great. Now how you feel?
Now I feel nervous again.
Okay, good. Don't worry about that. Allow feelings to be whatever. We can't control them any more than we can control the weather or the sound effects. So now, do you have a cell phone on you?
Yeah. it's
Okay,
in my
great.
pocket.
Yeah, take it out of your pocket and call your mother.
You want me to really call her?
Yeah, okay, of course.
Right now?
Yeah, give it a shot. Let's see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, live from the Young Actors Studio in Hollywood, Jonathan in the chair and on the phone.
Hello, Jonathan?
Hi, Mom.
What's wrong?
No, nothing is wrong. I'm calling you from
Is
class.
something wrong at Acton?
No, I'm fine,
Are
Mom.
Are you in trouble?
No, I'm not in trouble, and nothing is wrong.
I don't understand why you're calling me.
I'm on stage in acting class.
Okay, well, I'm at Universal City Walk. Are you okay?
She's at Universal City Walk. No, we're acting right now, I guess.
Okay, why do I hear laughter, Jonathan? Are you pranking me?
No, I'm not pranking you, Mom. Look, did you bring my lunch to the studio?
Yes, I gave it to Jeffrey.
Oh, you okay? I'll get it from him. Okay. I gotta go now, Mom. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
I hope this gets you more acting work.
Yeah. Okay.
I love you.
Yeah, I love you too.
Okay, I love you.
Love you. Yeah, love you. Bye.
Bye.
Wonderful.
My mom says.
Okay, wonderful.
My mom says she hopes this will get me more acting work.
Yes, it will. Do you know why?
Why?
Because you are simply being you and living as you, and there's nothing more interesting or entertaining as that. Wasn't that a fun play, everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, good.
Oh my God, that was so funny. We could hear your mom talking.
Yep. The reason the acting is so good in the chair is that none of you know what's going to happen. When you surprise yourself, the entire scene comes to life for you. It's amazing, really. Chloe, could you go on stage for a second? Okay. Sit in the chair. Now, Chloe, I want you to act really scared. Pretend to be scared.
How?
Just start acting.
Oh my, I'm scared.
More.
Help, I'm scared.
More. Really act it. Scream. Really scream for
Help, I'm scared, help.
Okay, stop. Are you scared?
No, not at all.
Why not?
I don't know.
Are you tired?
Oh, yeah, I worked hard. You made me yell.
I know. And it's awful to push you that much. Take it easy. Just relax for a second. And all right, okay. To make it up for you, I'm going to give you some chocolates, as long as you're not allergic.
No, I love chocolate.
Okay, great. Excellent. Okay. So, these are good diets.
Oh, I love those.
Okay, so wonderful. Here's the box. Don't open it. Just hold it for a second. Okay? Hold the box. Okay, in the box are some of the very best chocolates in the world. There's milk chocolates and dark chocolate peanut butter, raspberry, vanilla chocolate, and I think chocolate cream. There's 2 missing because I ate them. Okay, so just very easily, I want you to slowly open the box to have one of those delicious chocolates. Ha! Great! Now you acted fear very well. Ta-da! Okay.
That wasn't acting, you scared me.
No, I didn't. Not really. You just didn't expect the spider to be in there. If I put the spider back in the box, you wouldn't be scared to open it because you know it's going to be there. As an actor, you always live in surprise. When you don't know what's going to happen, your emotions happen all by themselves. Plus, you love chocolate, and you had a strong want to open that box. That was really cool. Okay, everything you did was perfect. Yes?
Can I try it?
Yes, but no, not now. We have more to do. I'm sorry, we'll do that at our next class, okay? I'm sorry. Everyone wants to do this one. We have more to do, Chloe. Do you know why what you did was special?
Because I didn't know the spider was in there.
Yes, and also you were simply being you in a situation.
That was mean.
I know, but I'll make it up to you with a great improvisation at our next class.
You better.
I promise. Ready? Andrew? Here we go. This is part 2, the teen section. Young Actors Studio, the first day of class at the end of and it goes through the end of the semester, but we're only going to do the first day. Here we go. Everybody, please get up on stage. I want you to take in the feeling of being on stage and the fact that something special can happen at any time. The act of being on stage with spotlights on can make us feel nervous, excited, and scared. This is a heightened state of being. This very state is awesome for an actor. Allow yourself to take in where you are and who's around you. We are in a circle because we're working together in class as a group of actors. Acting is a group of people coming together to tell a story. For any creative work to thrive, you need the support of all the players and all the technicians. The same is true in an acting class. You need to feel safe to be yourself and be vulnerable in your scenes. And we are that place. We're going to do some warm-ups, but before we do that, I want you to just become a little more self-aware of what's going on with you at this moment. Face the audience and take in where you are. Everything we do as actors affects us and influences us. Let your body relax. Let your feet stand about 1.5 feet apart with your arms resting gently at your side. Let yourself be and have whatever thoughts you're currently having. These thoughts will influence the way you act as seen. I want you to use your literal thoughts. Start with where you are today. What mood are you in? There are always 2 realities happening for an actor. The first reality is the character's reality that we're trying to make real, and then there is the literal reality. The literal one is the one I'm after right now. Just stay relaxed, look at the lights, take in the chairs, look at each other, and then speak out, whatever you're feeling. Speak out. Speak out, literally, bring your brain.
What to even say? I'm nervous.
No, just speak. Like, but get out. I don't want to hear it. It's so weird. The audience isn't doing it. It's sad. Get it out. Speak it out. Why are they speaking out? Speak like crazy. More. Just speak your brain. Good, Audrey, louder. Audrey, speak.
Oh my God, it's the first day of class. I'm so excited to be here.
Good.
It's weird.
Good. All right, good. And now I want you to take the entire monologue and just put it into a long ah sound. Ah! Go. Okay, there's a scientific method to everything I teach. The purpose of making the sound is that you open your voice and send what you're feeling and thinking into sound. When you open your voice, you release your feelings. These feelings and impulses will flow fully when you're relaxed. The open sound allows us to let go. If it helps you to think of relaxation as being hypnotized or in the zone, that's fine. Think of it as that. Stanislavski called it the inner creative state. So make a loud ah sound with everything you're feeling. Go! Ah! Again, ha! Ha! Now stop and be still. Notice your heart rate, your body, what you're thinking. We're going to put all that into a movie scene. Just be where you are and say your lines. Here are the lines. I'm so happy for you. You're so lucky. Go.
I'm so happy for you. You're so lucky. So lucky.
Good job, everyone. Now, I just want you to stay with whatever's going on in you. And everyone, I want you to say the lines again, but let the feelings be where they are. Don't guess how they should be said. We'll do this again in a later exercise. Here's the scene. You just put your cat down at the vet's office. Your older sister, who practically raised you, is getting married and will be moving out for good. You'll be forced to live alone with your father now. Ready? And action.
So happy.
I'm so happy for you.
You're so lucky.
You're so lucky. You're so lucky.
Excellent. Emmett, try it again, but just don't push how you think it should be. Just let it be.
I'm so happy for you. You are so lucky.
No, well, good, easy, though. Just let it come out like you're breathing out air. Just really just relax, easy.
I'm so happy for you. You're so lucky.
Excellent. Okay, cool. All right, now, I want you to scatter yourselves around and face straight out. I want you to think about someone who betrayed you or made you really mad in your life. Does everyone have someone in mind? Huh? Yes? Okay, good. Well, whatever came into your head, use. Okay, now, with your eyes closed, I want you to imagine them in front of you. See them right there. See 3 things you hate about them. It could be the way their nose is too big, or their squinty eyes, or the clothes, or the facial expressions, or something in the tone of their voice. Simply take time to absorb the sensory details. Look for specificity. If you'd like to say it out loud, just do so.
Miss Brookshire, you're such an ape with fat, hairy arms!
Yes, isn't this fun? Okay, now, keep focused, though. Okay, to say this to myself, do not ever be afraid of exercising yourself vocally in my class. It's free and it leads to great acting. So take a moment to hear the voice of the person you dislike, something that was said or some physical thing about them that you remember or you may have hated. Now I want you to simply observe something that you may have liked or loved about the person, physical or otherwise.
I hate her.
No nonsense. There must be something you liked or you can't hate her. It doesn't have to be a big thing. It could be something as small as the purse she carried or the color of her sweater she had. Do you guys have it yet? Yeah? Good. Excellent. Now, go back to the time and see the person that did something mean to you. Go right back there, right now. See it happening to you again. What are they saying to you? What is the temperature of the room? Is it hot or cold? Is it daytime or nighttime? What time is it specifically? Take time to answer the questions. If you need to say it out loud again and scream it, do so. Right, Margie?
Right.
Right. Okay, so now, open your eyes, face out, see the physical attributes of the person once more. When I say so, you're going to get back at them. You're going to yell at them, throw air punches, beg, plead, belittle, anything. You could do anything. But before you do that, and I can see you guys are ready to let her rip, I want you to know that you never have to reveal anything too personal from your life. But you have the freedom to use anything in your art. You are an artist and your life is your magic. You must protect it at all costs. If you are uncomfortable about revealing something, then by all means, speak it in gibberish. Now, this may sound silly, but it works. It works well. You will actually feel like you said what you need to say by experiencing the dialogue and expressing it this way. You can reveal something private by speaking it out in gibberish. For example, I'm going to tell the class something very private about my life. I'll never tell you what I just said. And if you think that's just too silly, then you can express it through a monologue, or through the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, X, 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 X. Felt really great to get that off my chest. Okay. You're free in my class to overact. Exaggerate, yell, carry on. Don't worry about what people think of you. At the Young Actors Studio, we think you're amazing, and that's the end of it. All right, so back to those betrayals. Here we go. See that person doing that thing that made you mad once more. Make a loud ha sound. Ha! Ha! Again, just louder, louder. Ha! 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 All right, go. Get back. Action.
I can't believe you kept cutting your hair.
She's so mean. I remember when she took my homework and ripped it up because I did something wrong. A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V!
are always picking on me. I didn't do anything, and you send me to the principal's office. Brian is always getting me in trouble. I hate you. I hate you. You are a disgusting, idiotic bully. I want you dead.
You were never there for me when I was little, and now you want to be my best friend? After what you did to Mom and me. Get out now.
Okay, excellent, everybody. Now stay in it, but stop speaking. Just breathe, take in the person in front of you. I'm going to give you a film scene from a TV drama. You're living alone with your grandmother after your parents were killed in an auto accident. You work at a local grocery store in a small town. While you are working, this bully comes into the store and starts harassing a kid. He trips the kid, who runs out of the store frightened. You refuse the bully's service. The next day, your boss fires you for it. You're forced to go back home, and you see the bully outside. You demand that he apologize. He spits in your face. You wipe it away and scream out at him, demanding he apologize to you and the boss so you can have your job back. Face out. The director wants you to improvise the movie scene at this point. All right? Ready? Stand by. Rolling. Action.
You make me sick. I just lost my job. You go in there and apologize so I can have my job back.
A person would behave that way.
Good. Keep going, Margie. Just
You
scream it out.
ignorant! Can I swear?
Well, there's some younger people here, so let's try just some touching that raw emotion by letting out the alphabet. Try it again.
A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z!
Okay, cut. Now, when a director says cut, it might mean stay in it because it might be another take. So stay in it until you're sure you can drop the scene. Relax your body, focus on your substitution in the scene. I'm going to give you some dialogue. Here are the lines. If you don't fix this, you will be sorry. You will pay for this. Now, the director wants these lines loud and desperate, but you're to focus on the person and what they did in your life. See the substitution doing this to you, talking against you. Plan something they said in real life and imagine them saying that. Okay? Stand by. Rolling. Action.
If you don't fix
Fix this right now. Very sorry.
You will pay for this.
Good. Now the director wants the same emotional content, but he wants it really easy. It's a close-up in a feature film in which you become as scary as the villain to win. But I don't want you to think about that. Simply play the scene with honesty of where you're at really easily. Here are the lines. If you don't fix this, you will be very sorry. You will pay for this. Go.
If you don't fix
You don't
this,
fix
you will be
this now.
very
Very
sorry.
sorry.
You will
Pay for this.
Pay for this.
Good. Really good, Jonah. But I want you to say the words really easy without effort. I don't want you to worry about the emotional content. Just let it come out as if breathing out.
If you don't fix this now, you will be very sorry. You'll pay for this.
Excellent. Okay. One more time, everyone. Just say it and just however it comes out. Allow yourself to just relax and be. Go.
If you don't fix this,
you're gonna be sorry.
you'll be very sorry.
Pay for this.
You will pay for this.
Okay. Cut. Check. Make sure you're relaxed. Stop the exercise. Let the feelings be. You arrived home. You're sitting next to your grandmother. After telling her what happened at your work, you desperately needed this job to make ends meet. She says she's proud of you and loves you for standing up for the kid in the store. She starts to cry and she grasps your hand gently. For this part of the scene, imagine someone you love. What do you love about them? Is it their voice? Here's something they said that made you love them. If it's visual, is it the color of their hair, the smile of their face? And now, rather than seeing the grandmother, see the person in your life and see them maybe sick in bed. Here are the lines in the movie. I'm going to be here for you. I'm going to take care of you. Action.
I'm going to be here for you. I'm going to take care of you.
I'll take care of you.
Excellent. Now, I want you with as much ease as possible to say, I love you. While I'm talking, hear me, but keep working on what you love about the person. Their voice, the touch of their hand as they hold yours. Is it warm? Are they grasping it as if in fear? When I say action, say, I love you. Action.
I love you.
I love you.
Wow. That was amazing. Really great stuff, everyone. This is going to be a terrific group of actors. first day of class, you're all full emotionally, personal, real, and strong. Does anyone have anything to say? Yes.
That was amazing. I was using Miss Brookshire, my third grade teacher who had a mustache and hairy arms. She was so mean, but it worked. I would never have believed that.
Isn't that great? To know that you have something like that at your disposal, it's in your technique now. You could go off to war and kill Miss Brookshire. You can divorce Miss Brookshire for cheating on you. You can be put in jail by Miss Brookshire. You can marry Miss Brookshire or have Miss Brookshire as a mean stepmother in Cinderella. It's true. This is the one thing I want for you all more than anything else. I want you all to have a strong technique that you can take into any medium, be it stage or screen. And you're all accomplishing this on the first day. Excellent. Here's the question of the day. How does an actor get emotional? Jonah?
Easy, by yelling loudly.
Nope. Audrey?
By thinking of something sad.
Okay, let's try that. I want the entire class to think of someone sad. Go. I'll think of my dead dad. Cry. Let's get sad. Great. Anyone feeling emotional?
Yeah.
All right, start crying.
Right now?
Sure, right now. Go.
Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo.
Come on, I want real tears. Cry. Everyone in the class, start bawling right now. Come on, go. Oh, wail. Go back. Cry. Okay, stop. Let's try another one. Act afraid. Come on, let's start shaking and jumping. Oh, I'm so scared. There you are. You all act here. Wonderful. That was great. Woo. Well done. That's how you act emotions. Well done. Yes, Margie.
Very funny. You're messing with us.
No, well, not really. Becoming a great actor involves experimentation to find out what works, and more importantly, what works for you. The truth of the matter is, you can't play emotions. They happen all by themselves without us thinking about it, just like in life. The characters are doing exactly what we're doing, trying not to feel. You guys reacted perfectly just by smashing the chair. You all had a correct response, which was wonderful. And that's all that is. Can I have two actors up on stage? Joanna, you haven't done much yet, so let's have you up.
I'm so nervous.
Oh, don't be nervous. Or rather, be nervous. Nerves are an actor's fuel. Once you focus your mind in the action, it'll become easy and wonderful. Audrey, could you go up as well?
All right.
All right. So here's the opening night scene. It's opening night at the Young Actors Studio. You're in the dressing room, getting ready to do a two-character play. In the audience are two famous people. And they are Steven Spielberg and Leonardo DiCaprio. They're looking for a young actress to play DiCaprio's adopted daughter. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. Audrey, this is your chance. You cannot wait to get on stage. Johanna, you want to go home. You're terrified, horrified, and having a nervous breakdown. The last time you did a show, you went blank and knocked off all the set pieces. I wouldn't let you down with all your wonderful nervous energy.
Great, thank God.
All right, the scene takes place in the dressing room. Audrey, you need to just get Joanna out the door and on the stage. As you do the improv, I will lead you and help you stay in the dramatic action. I'll also help you come up with different tactics to win. Okay, there are two things happening in the play, so remember this. There's the writing that the writer creates, and that has different tactics, but there's also what's happening in the moment between the two characters, which also influences the actions and tactics. A mean look from Audrey may scare Joanna to make her want to leave. Therefore, Audrey will have to change to being nurturing and encouraging so she can win. And this will get clearer as we work, so let's give it a shot. It may change as you go along.
Aren't you psyched?
Yeah. I can't do this. I've forgotten all my lines. I can't.
Nonsense. You know them. We've rehearsed them the full semester.
Do I look pale?
No.
You sure? Pretty sure I do. I think I do. My heart is really racing right now. I think I can't do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna pass out. I feel sick.
Okay, just take it easy. Sit down. Breathe deeply.
Okay, I can't catch my breath.
Jackson, go up there and be the stage manager. Just give them the 5-minute call. And then later.
Now, just take it easy. Spielberg and DiCaprio are just normal people, like you and me.
You and me? I can't do this. I can't do this. I'm going home.
Like hell you are.
I'm gonna go home.
It's quite a crowd. I just saw Ben Affleck out there. Super chance, girls. Oh, 5 minutes, ladies. 5 minutes to the top of the show. And places.
Thank you. We'll be right there. Now listen to me. You are getting on that stage. This is a huge opportunity for me, and I'm not gonna let you ruin it.
I can't. I'm scared.
So what? Remember what Jeff says? Use it.
I can't.
Get up there now. You're not.
No! I'm going home. I
I'll
can't do
kill
this.
you
I can't do this.
Okay, just stop for a second. Don't look at me, just stay, just hear me. You're both getting into playing the scene rather than living, so just check in for a second, and it'll all come back to you. We actually do this in our real lives, too. Give yourself a second to figure out how to win. Audrey, are you winning?
Hell no.
Okay, well then change your tactic.
You are so talented. Do you know that? Why do you think we're starring in this? Jeff picked us, and we can't let him down.
I know. But I can't.
Stay in it. Joanna, what are you feeling?
Scared?
Then use that as a tactic for the scene.
I don't understand.
Well, you could just say that. You're scared, you're worried about letting her down and ruining it. You know, it would be better to have an understanding. You could go on with the script. Just get out of it.
Okay. Audrey? I am just too scared. Okay, I'm having panics, and I know what happens when they occur. I can't concentrate. My lines get messed up, and I go into a cold sweat, okay? I just can't go on. You'd be better off without me with the understudy, and you can't do this with me. I can't act. I can't do it.
You don't need to be scared. You've worked so hard on the play, and it's going to be wonderful. Just sit down for a second and take some nice, deep breaths.
No, I can't. You gotta get me out of here. I can't do this. I can't. Help! I can't do this.
Of yourself.
Whoa, what's going on? Who needs help? DiCaprio can hear you.
Nothing.
I need help. For tonight, I'm too nervous, and I can't do it. I just want to go home.
You gotta go on. It's almost places. In 2 minutes.
You hear that? Pull yourself together, and let's go.
No.
Yes, excellent. Come on stage. Here we are. All right, let's stop. Great job. Woo. All right. I mean, can you see what happened? The scene had so many wonderful levels because Joanna checked in with herself and in the moment and allowed her inner reaction to dictate the action of the play. And we do the same thing in real life and with scripts. It's like a game of ping pong. The way the other actor responds both inwardly and outward will determine your next move or tactic to win you what you want. Well done. That was fun. All right. This is a great representation of the nuts and bolts of acting. As actors, you learn to live in the conflict, and as soon as the conflict is resolved, the play ends. You two are so in the conflict that it could never be resolved. Next, we're going to explore the senses and how they influence our behavior. But you'll have to buy the book for that part. Thank you, everybody.
And a big round of applause for Emmett Carnahan,
Bravo!
Akela Muncie, Gabriella Jones, Henry Camp, Alex Goodale, and Garrett Gallegos. And Jeff Allen Lee. And at this time, if we could bring up a little bit the house lights, and now it's time for a brief Q&A with our author, Jeff Allen Lee. So I'll start with one question for you, Jeff, and then if anyone has any questions, please raise your hand and I'll bring the mic over to you. So Jeff, what prompted you to start writing this book? You could talk a little about like what made you finally decide to put all of the years of experience and everything you've been developing into written form? And then what was the process like towards actually actualizing this as an entire book?
Yeah, it became sort of a death. I'm getting older. I got to write that book. So it kind of became like something I'd always wanted to do, and it took many years to actually sit down and do it. And I say this to my kids all the time: is you must pursue what's in your heart and just do it. And when someone says something negative about you, if it's not feeling good, don't really take it in, because it may not be right. I was told I couldn't sing when I was very young, working with Josh Logan, and I ended up 20 years later believing that until I got, Assassins, which is a Sondheim show. So, because I wanted to sing. And I did want to write this book because I wanted to be able to show the style of teaching and to show that a 9-year-old can learn Stanislavski. And I thought it was important to try and share that with more people, because I was a child actor who was standing on the spot and moved here, and I became robotic, and I wanted to provide that kind of training on a much bigger level and to help teachers, because we train our teachers, but this is the sort of thing, we encourage them to teach and how to teach, and I thought it would be a great thing to do. So I just started writing it. I went to the local library in West Hollywood and just wrote a little bit every day, and I came up with theories, and it wasn't very good. I just couldn't get it to work. And then basically everyone in this room at some point has inspired me as a teacher, and my husband, Douglas Thompson, I love him. Yes, thank you. He's heard the stories. He knows all about each and every one of you. No, I come home just psyched and jazzed over breakthroughs that have happened in the school, over the acting that's happened. And so I finally just started teaching. And the kids in this book are all real, and I just wrote them. It was sort of like Andrew talks about. Andrew's a very gifted writer, and he heads up the New Works Lab at the studio, and all of a sudden I was just writing the class. And it was one class, and then that didn't work, so then it divided off into a kids class and a teen class, but the same concepts, just taught differently to reach them in different ways, to reach the same concepts. So after it took about 2014 I started. I finished it in 2018. I sent it out through 2019. In 2020, I went with everybody into hiding and depression. No, not really. And I went to Vegas to just do a 5-day getaway at a wonderful resort, because it was like $80 a night, and it was like The Shining in that place. And it was just so scary. You had no maid service. You couldn't walk with your own luggage. It was horrifying. And all of a sudden, I get an email saying, "Is your book still available?" And I'm like, "Yeah." How'd that happen? And then they said it'll be ready in September of next year, of 2021. And then it became November. But then it got published. And again, some people really liked it. And, I tried to reach Stanislavski's people, and they said, "Well, we deal with adults and not kids." I go, "But no, I took your concepts and made it for kids." But they did help me a little bit. But I got a lot of kicks a little bit, and then someone said yes. And if you just keep sending out, I keep teaching now. I'm sorry, I'm going to stop teaching. I just kept sending out, and then the book got published, and it's released on November 15th, and then we got some early copies. Yeah. So that's that.
Does anyone have any questions? I have a couple. Oh yeah. Actually, if you want to, do you want to project or? Yeah, Rachel. Yeah.
Rachel. Hi, Rachel. Yeah, great actress, ladies. The actors in this room are amazing, and these two too. They're just Rachel. No, that's all right.
Anything you think you left out?
Oh yeah.
You had so much in here.
Well, this is sort of like the basics. I kept saying to Andrew, I don't teach this anymore, because it really is changing. The key to great teaching, I think, is not knowing what you're going to teach or how you're going to teach. I mean, you should have a plan, but certain times I would change it. And there's new exercises that have come in. I don't know whether I want to go through this again, but I might write a second book, which is how to put this technique into the scripts. So how to break out scripts, but keep the same technique. But yeah, I think I got everything in except for a lot of the voice and the movement stuff. Yeah. Anything else? Yeah. Sophie, another great actress.
If you feel like giving up, what would you say the next right step is to do?
Giving up as what?
Giving up acting, giving up on everything.
I don't think you should ever do that.
What would be the next right step to get yourself to do?
I think you should keep creating, and if there's something else you enjoy doing, to do that. Like we've talked about opening up a kitty cafe below the Young Actors Studio, so after you have your cry, you can go downstairs and have coffee and hold kittens. So that's kind of something that we might experiment, but I'm not going to stop acting. In fact, I'm considering, but for me, my passion is also teaching and artists. And so, and you guys all have that kind of thing. It goes in different directions, write, screenwrite, playwright, but always be doing it. You know, don't ever stop. If there's something you do that you love to do, then do that too. I've discovered writing, so I might do more of that now. But I don't think, if it's in your heart, I don't think you should stop. Because I think there's a creative force in you that wants you to keep going. So keep going. If you're talking about booking and hiring, then yeah, take a break. If you're like, I'm tired of this rejection, I just want to, you know, play with my cats and open a kitty cat cafe, and then come back to auditioning when I feel better. So those are different things. But the creative side, if you enjoy it and you're wonderful, just keep doing it. You know, did that answer your question? Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, right over there, yes.
Right behind Charles.
Hello.
Hello. How do you find ways to stay creative, especially during COVID and the pandemic when we're all stuck inside all the time? But if you feel like you're stuck in a creative rut, how do you manage that?
Yeah, however you can. It's a hard, I went to the studio and would run laps. That was my gym because it was 6,000 square feet. We were paying rent on, no one used. And then, but I also taught there too and put up spotlights. The other thing is, I sort of changed we have a self-tape kit, and you can teach, these are nice sturdy, so I can put my computer on it. And so you pretend it's live TV. So you do like live television, and you put your scene partner here, and you speak out at them, and then you use your room that way. That's how I did it. I ended up trying to find yourself a creative space. When I was a kid, and my lovely mother, Marcia Lee, was in the third row. We didn't have a television studio, but we had floors. I could tap dance, I could sing. I was kind of like chorus line, everything. I'd go to dance class, but I had a place that felt creative, and I think that's important even where you live, because it got to a point when I was teaching on Zoom and having that problem. I put some old posters of shows I did, and then I'm teaching the kids, so I kind of felt like, yeah, I'm an actor. So yeah, anything you can do to kind of keep that going, and then get out to nature and visit places and all that. But you must nurture it at all costs. And we were able to get more personal with the children when they were in their rooms, not personal in terms of their objects and the story. Like if you saw my room, you'd know what kind of person I am with this junk everywhere. You'd know I'm stressed out, there's coffee mugs everywhere and teaching, the class list is gone, I lose the Zoom link. I mean, and that dictates who you are, and that's what you create as actors. And so it's those kind of ways.
Layla. Or actually, right next to Layla. Yes.
Hi, Eleanor. Hi, Eleanor. Hi, Layla. Layla's a wonderful teacher at our studio.
I'm sorry for the next question, but I was just curious. Why did you decide to choose this method to teach children, not other?
Oh, mostly because I thought the other methods have already been written. And I wanted kids to connect emotionally. And I think we're not allowed to be sad, angry, pissed off, infuriated. We're not allowed to feel any of those feelings. And I think growing up and trying to find a place in this world, they're everywhere and they're there. And I think acting is a phenomenal way to explore it and create with it and get applause for it. So what you're punished for in life, you get praised for on the stage. That's not my quote, it's Michael Shirtliff's, but it's still nice. So that's why I chose this method, because kids just love to, me personally, as I get older and people start dying, I like to, tap dance and sing and dance and not deal with that anymore. But they love it still. They might move on to musicals later. Yes.
Yeah, Jeff.
What do you think is the best exercise to do on your own, at your house, or just to keep practicing acting?
This is Jack, by the way. He's a great actor. He's in my Sunday class. I think the best stuff is the relaxation and the sense memory, and when you have an experience. But the other thing is living. Go to a beautiful place and take it in and see if you can recall it when you come to class. Just be observant of the real life, because when real life starts to happen, those are my favorite. You know, anything having to do with observation. Watch someone in this room and recreate them. I always do my grandfather, like observe them. Don't tell them though. But my grandfather was, damn kids, drink the damn milk. And as a young child, I always thought that was funny. But then as I got older, my neck started to hurt. All he wanted was a glass of milk, and that was gone. I was like, I couldn't even get that for So yeah, observe people, and then sensory exercises are my favorite. Yeah.
Danielle, I think your mom. Yeah.
Yes, as a mom, as a parent, someone who is clueless about acting.
Yes.
How can I lead her into believing in her and self-confidence?
Yes.
Without thinking that I'm doing it for love, because I'm her mom.
Right. Well, mothers have to do that. We want them to do that. Yeah. Well, we're self-critical. And I had a lot of, like, actually, you know, I've told my husband I was going to stay in the dressing room and go, blah, 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 and then come out and do the show. And he said, you've got to come out and greet everyone. And it really helped, because I realized how lovely and wonderful everyone was, and so I felt better up on stage. But it's a thing with actors, because you're putting your work out, and that you can lose confidence. So the main thing is, what a class does is there is no judgment. There is no right or wrong, because it's all experimenting. When I used to sing in the basement, I'd sing a bad note, and my dad would go, that was awful. So that didn't help me, but it's all right. But so so class isn't like that. It's experimentation, and your confidence will build just by being in a class and being on stage and really discovering what is unique about you. Even if you don't like what's unique about you, the audience usually does. So yeah, as soon as she's lovely. She'll just have her keep doing the work and showing up and coming into class and being with your peers, because that will build confidence, because there is no one like her and there is no one like you. And I know it sounds corny, but that is the only thing an actor has to hang on to at auditions. If there's 10,000 people, there's still no one like you. That doesn't mean you negate other people and are unkind to them, but because of this, they come together and tell stories, and their differences come together and are celebrated together. So yeah, that'd be my thing. Thank you.
Molly. Is Molly?
Molly?
Hey, Molly.
Hi, Molly. Where's Dean?
Actually, I wanted to ask you, as a parent of one of your former students, if you realize just how much of an influence that you have and how therapeutic your classes are for teenagers, and to get them through those teenage years, and especially if they have gone through personal trauma for different reasons. I just want you to know, and I hope you realize how therapeutic and how beautiful your class is.
Well, thank you so much. It comes and goes. Sometimes I think so, and sometimes I think, oh my God. Andrew and I do this Harry Chapin song in the office because I couldn't get the book sold. No one wanted it. And I would go, nobody really gives them. Whoa. And it was like a moan. But no, thank you. Yeah, and thank you so much, Molly. I love you. In keeping with that, you want it to hit and you want it to make a difference. And I don't know anything about them. The reason I read that part about gibberish, they don't have to speak about it. There's a big war going on. Well, use real life experience or use imagination. Well, real life, my cat died. Well, don't use that. Use imagination. Well, then take your little kitten and imagine it dead. They're both awful. You know? I mean, I don't know what they're talking about. But we never discuss your private things that you use. You just use them. I sometimes say a little bit of my life just so that I encourage them to use it, but it is a safe venue, and I hope it is therapeutic. I mean, it is for me. I don't know what I would do if I couldn't come here and see these guys and scream. I don't think I do very well in society. People give me the weird look. Yeah. So I'm with them. But thank you.
In the movie industry, how adept are directors in bringing out the performances of their actors?
Most of them are quite wonderful. Some of them give results, but I've trained them to change the results. I need you angry. I need you to cry. Well, you just change that into an action. I'm going to be strong. I'm not going to cry. Or I need you to be angry. Well, okay, I'm going to fight. I'm going to get back at them. So they change it into a verb. But most actors, most directors and film directors do know the industry. And they do the acting technique stuff, and they are able to put it right in. There's some wonderful directors that are able to. Some don't, some are on a budget and they don't have time, So the actor, the real thing you want to teach the kids is to follow impulses and to create behavior, because then the director can just go, oh, I want that. So but most of the directors are very, 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 they're all trained, most of them. Yeah.
Yes, Jonathan, or Daniel.
Daniel Azalea, right? Good, let me sure. He's Daniel in my book.
Yes,
He's only 10 years old.
When he was like 8 years old.
Ding dang Daniel. And there's a picture of me and him as Superman. That's why that was in the book too.
I just want to add 2 things. One, perfect spot on.
Didn't I tell you?
Okay.
He first did it. I go, that's not Daniel. And he got real mad at me. And I'm like, oh, but I heard him.
Well, and second, what about Stanislavski speaks to you? Like, what the method and how it, not a lot of people teach it to children when they should in some sense.
Well, the first thing that spoke to me was I got a movie when I got to college learning it. And I didn't get it when I was a child, and I wouldn't have. I think the relaxation, and what happened was my teachers, I had to work very hard at undoing a lot of the tricks that I was taught as a child actor, and they were very, very patient and very kind, but they said many actors aren't able to drop the habits. And they still sneak into my work, obviously. I mean, you saw tonight. Well, it still comes in, the performing without the connection. And I think the thing about Stanislavski's work is that he really emphasizes that you're okay as you are, that there's not a lot to be done. Like you have to do vocal patterns, or you have to do diction or dialects, or you have to learn history and study different people. But the core of who you are is fascinating, and I think that was my favorite part. There's 3 books: An Actor Prepares, Building a Character, and Creating a Role. This book is based on An Actor Prepares. And that's and a lot of these exercises are sort of like from my favorite. There's the madman and the chair exercise, and which the chair exercise made me start teaching. I went into a classroom and said, sit in the chair, and we all stared at them, and I was like, this is cool. And so I think it's his early works of An Actor Prepares that I love the most.
I just want to add something to that real quick, because when Jeff's teaching the kids, and the biggest thing about Stanislavski's work and was so transformative was the idea of just living truthfully. And I think so often training for kids is more about putting on a show for the parents or for family and friends of what they want to see of their kids, rather than how their kids actually are. And kids are as complex and have all kinds of feelings just like adults do. It might have different circumstances, but nonetheless, those feelings are just as real and as varied. And I just know, when I just first had Jeff as a teacher, he did Your Good Man Charlie Brown, and I was used to it with kids all happy. Yeah, Danielle Fortuna was also in that with me. And it was all happy-go-lucky, and Jeff was having us do these emotional exercises. It's like Charlie Brown's loneliness and isolation stuff, and it was the most liberating thing in the world. And that's the thing, is that it's saying that kids should just live as authentically and truthfully as adults can. And that's why I think it's wonderful that we're talking to kids.
It was far out. I was like,
yes, Charles.
Charles, my brother-in-law, thank you. I'm really happy you're here. I'm really happy Cecilia's here, my mother-in-law. It's just, I have to thank everybody. I'm sorry if I miss everybody, but thank you for being here.
Where did you get the idea to write this as a script? And how do you see it practically being applied? Do you want kids to buy it and read it to themselves, or do you want it to be taught by other acting coaches as a play? Practically, how do you see this going?
I would love to have teachers read it, first and foremost. And then I didn't know whether it would be usable, but then Lisa Lennox, where are you? She said, I learned a lot, because I gave her my early draft when she was training her. I learned how this really helped me. I'm like, oh, goody. Maybe someone else will read it too. It'll work. So yeah, I really want teachers. I'm not sure whether kids will understand it as much, younger kids, but maybe they will. But I'm certain teachers will, and I'm certain older teens will, and like Jackson, some of the kids up there that you saw on the screen, they'll anyone from the 12 and up age range. But I think it's firstly teachers, secondly maybe teenagers, and I'd also like to reach parents. One thing Samantha said, who is running the school now, I love her, Samantha Mahurin, up in the booth. Her father's.
And she made the video at the beginning too, so big congratulations.
Yes.
Thank you to Samantha.
Her father said he's never seen a class, because we don't let the parents in. So this is like the first time there's ever been hold on a second. I'm going to get away from this. the first time there's ever been a recording, a recorded thing of the class, of an actual acting class. And I couldn't write it the other way. There was just two formulas and it didn't really work. And I remember that Actor Prepares was written similarly, like it was a class. Today, Mishka did this and Yashka did this and someone else did that. And it didn't really work. And so it was written sort of like a class. And so then I thought, okay, and then I thought of the kids and then it just poured out. So that's how that transition happened.
We have just a couple more questions. Yeah, right over here.
What would you tell your 14-year-old self now?
Run away. Talk your mom into moving to New York. No, I don't know. All those questions are rough. No, I would just say, what? Oh, coy. He's my director. No, I would say, as a teacher, I'd say, you're okay the way you are. Create from your heart. You don't need validation from the casting directors. You just need to be honest and let yourself be. There's nothing wrong with you. That's all I'd say, I think, yeah. I've said these things to them. Jessica Ashley.
Hi. Do you remember what you were doing and what you were thinking when you decided to open up the Young Actors Studio? What was your exact thoughts when you knew you were doing it?
Oh my God, I have to pay my bills. Holy cow. I don't know how to wait tables. And I was so nervous. I was just like, my exact thought was this is needed. I really want to make this work. I have some people from Strasbourg that would follow me. So I have 10 magical actors. Hopefully they'll stick by me. And a couple of them are still in the room and one works for me. Strasbourg's lost. I shouldn't say that. I love Strasbourg. So those are kind of the thoughts. And holy cow, here we go. And then I met an agent. And because this school survived by me walking down Ventura Boulevard, putting brochures in shops. And I would say, hey, I have between auditions and teaching, because I got teaching gigs in public schools just to save some ends meet. And I would go to the door and say, hello, you're a good kid. Can I leave brochures? And I'll put them at my theater. And I didn't have a theater. I just had one little space that I taught to on Saturdays. And so it survived on brochures for many, many years of just brochures and then word of mouth. And I was just trying to make things go. I had no idea. But, what? I know. I don't know how it happened.
Two more questions. Yeah, Charlotte.
Hi, Charlotte. She's
great. Going into an audition, knowing all casting directors are different and expecting different things from different actors, what is one thing that you can basically expect from most auditions?
There's nothing you can expect from most auditions. Everyone's different in each way, but most of them are loving and wonderful and want you to succeed. And most of them are kind. Some of them I would make a plan and make a choice to do something that you want to do and make it a performance of something that you feel proud of and present that. And then take the note, and try and knock out, and usually they're not very negative, although I went on an audition and I shouldn't even tell you, never mind. It was for, what was that show? Okay. I won't tell you what she said to me. It's not Saved by the Bell. I'm like, oh, okay. So I had to bring it down a bit. But yeah, so we just try not to take those personal comments personal. But they're not. They're just trying to get the idea in the show. But basically, present your work, and they're usually lovely people. They really are, usually.
Two more. We'll have Kevin, and then we'll have Paris.
So over the years, you've taught us, I know you've taught me.
Kevin in the book. So he was in my head and I wrote him. And he's a great actor and was with me for years. Come back. Okay, go on.
I know you've taught me more than I think you could ever know. What would you think is the biggest, most profound lesson that your class has taught you?
Gosh, these are tough questions. Why can't they be easy? Like, how do you, I don't know. The most profound lesson the class has taught me. You got to give me a day or two to work on that one. The most profound lesson is don't let anything not make you amazed. Don't underestimate what the actors, and I have to really know this when I go in, even if they're brand new. Don't underestimate how amazing that they really can be. Don't underestimate the concepts. You'll notice I speak up to the kids a little bit in the little kids class because you're playing your objective and your through line. They get it, and they're able to get it. And I always go, okay, I gotta kind of. My biggest challenge now as a teacher is to just keep that, because I've seen countless breakthroughs of actors. One of our actresses, Jordan, just is getting rave reviews at the Echo Theater Company, and she's the lead actress. And I'm like, I taught her, because I don't think I could do what she could do. And that's kind of my goal, is to make you guys all better than me anyway. But I was just like, oh my God. So I think that's it. That's the most profound thing, is that you're better than I could even imagine, which that's the most profound effect that I've had with seeing my students. Yeah.
How are you able to conquer any doubts that, any self-doubt or doubt from others that you had about like your own talents and creations?
How am I able to? I don't think I'm very good at that. Inner monologue, speaking out, bringing it into Andrew. I called him last night saying, I'm terrified of this event today. Oh my God, I have all these lines. And it's my writing. I kind of deal with it. I talk a lot. I deal with it. I talk it out. And the kids backstage said, do you need to do relaxation before you go on? I'm like, yep, sure do. So I try to kind of talk all that out. And I also try to not listen to people that I try to be compassionate and understand. Well, I'm in a meditation now. So I try to understand where people, which is great, where they're coming from. So if they're coming from a place from self-doubt themselves, then I kind of am able to let that one roll off. So think of the people that are criticizing you as it's just an opinion. And speak it out, inner monologue, I hate to say it, but being in class helps me. And then look for little clues that prove otherwise, like having your book published, because I am not a writer, and I'm not an actor, but then I got a part, and I'm not a singer, but then I did a musical. And all these things might be true. You might not be a writer or an actor or a singer, and I'm not, and I feel those things sometimes because people have said them about me. But then look in your life for just little clues. Oh, there was that time, and listen to those voices. And that's being old. It's like, oh yeah, why did I do that? And also, we don't know much, the older people. I used to think older people knew everything. I mean, yes, we do know stuff, but I used to think that they knew everything when I went on every audition, that this person knew all the answers, this person knew all the answers. And then I got old, and I'm like, I don't know the answers. What was I thinking when they did? So they don't really know. It's what's in your heart. And so look for those moments that proved otherwise, when something hits you that hurts. In confidence, yeah.
Massive congratulations to Jess on
Thank you,
completing
everyone.
the Young Actor Prepare.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And my actors. I don't want to be alone.
Our students.
We're back. We always suck at curtain calls. And two. And one more.